Ladies and gentlemen, court is now in session. Welcome back to another episode of The Devil's Due. I am Drew Celestino. You might be expecting to hear the voice of Carl Duty. However, he is under the weather this week, so you are stuck with me. But rest assured, I am not alone. When you need someone to come in and host The Devil's Due with you, you need someone who knows the materials, someone who has lived the life, who walks the walk, talks the talk, someone who is in touch with the youth culture. There's only one person we can possibly go to for this. So welcome to the show, our good friend, Mr. Alan Waiters. Alan, what's up?
Not much. Glad to be here.
Hell yeah. Thanks for pinch hitting, man.
No problem, Carl. Hope you get better, man. You know, I was going to say a funny story that, you were fighting a tribe of Amazonian women, got injured in battle. But, I'm in here for you, and I'll try to do my best.
Yeah, he got one of those weird baby diseases.
I know.
The wee baby Seamus William gave him some kind of plague, and he's getting over. So
there's been a lot of plagues going around. Same
Change
thing.
of seasons, man.
A week ago, I was supposed to do nerd games at Kim Book's house. Our friend Mike's sister.
Yeah.
She and her whole family got the plague. I was like, wow. She had 102 temperature. Her kids were throwing up. And just like, no games this week.
No thanks.
So
no, thank you.
No, thank you.
So, how was your week, Alan? We got to get into the flow here. How was your week?
Week was pretty good and went pretty fast. I did some gaming at Carl's on Friday.
Nice.
We play. Well, I got there a little bit late, but we did play Blood Rage.
Blood Rage.
I'm going to tell you this, listeners. I don't know what it is. I think my mojo has been sapped.
You have my wife to thank for that.
Yeah. Thanks, Jen. Thanks a lot. But once again, I was beaten by the dreaded 5 and the dreaded 8 plus 8.
Ouch.
So yes, I couldn't pillage. I couldn't, do what I wanted to do, and I lost epically bad.
I heard Carl made up for his disgraceful first performance and kicked some butt in this game.
He did. He got all the rage.
Okay.
Which was a good strategy for him.
All right.
So he could buy all the powerful monsters. He could buy, he could buy the Valkyrie. He could buy the Sea Serpent. He bought his good friend Larry, the big giant ogre with the red flaming sword.
We named him Larry?
Remember, he got him Lawrence. He said, we just call him Larry for short.
Oh, okay. All right.
So he used Larry. I was destroyed and humiliated, but
I think what it's going to take is you're going to have to play games again with Jen, and then you're going to have to, once you exercise the demon, you have to beat her, and then you're back. You're officially back on the track.
Exactly. So, Carl, I will regain my powers in nerd games soon.
That's bold words, man. She ain't going to let that happen. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I know. Jen's got my number.
You got to earn it.
She's like, no, you will lose.
That was what, Friday?
That was last Friday. Then last Saturday, helped mom get a new car.
Hey!
Old car was literally running on its last legs.
Ouch.
It was 14 years old. So.
Did mom buy a new car or a good used car?
No, she got a brand new car.
Oh,
brand spanking new.
Got the new ride.
Yeah, so we got it down, negotiable to a price that's, was very comfortable for her. And she likes a new car right now.
Of course. Still got that new car glow, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else going on?
No, not much. Just teaching the kids.
Are you hyped up for WrestleMania?
Yes and no. Yesterday's Raw was, how can I put it delicately? It was very meh.
Yeah, Raw is meh.
I was expecting a little bit more, expecting a certain Irish wrestler to come out. But he didn't. Hopefully he will show up for WrestleMania.
If not next Monday.
Yeah, he's better.
Finn Balor he's back. Why isn't he on TV? I mean, did they realize
they're just holding him back?
They're that dialed into their WrestleMania plans that they can't possibly deviate this late in the game.
It's just like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. It's like, yeah, that would have been nice in 2000.
Yeah, we're a little past. We saw that once. It wasn't very good.
Right. I feel like they need to start pushing up the younger guys.
Yeah, dude. Like they can only rely on these attitude guys for how much long? These, they're all old now,
right?
And
Goldberg's 51.
They don't trust any of their new talent to get over.
Right.
So why? None of these, you're not going to have future Brock Goldberg tier guys if you don't let your current guys rise up.
Right. You got a great heel in Samoa Joe. He's does what he does.
Is he even on the card? Is he in the Battle Royal? Probably. Maybe.
I think he may be in the Battle Royal, but he's really, really good.
Yeah.
Owens is great.
Well, at least he's got a match with Jericho. That's like the only match I'm actually looking forward to at Mania.
Right. And then the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Get everybody on the card match.
Right. Everybody versus Big Show.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Well, Braun will be in the match. That could be fun.
Well, yeah. Braun, hopefully scream nerds.
Yeah. Ironically, that's Gallows' gimmick, in case you never noticed.
Yeah.
Watch a Gallows promo, every time he says, like, you know what they are? Nerds! I love that guy. He's hilarious.
He is great.
Everyone who wants to, laugh hysterically, just look up Sex Ferguson on YouTube. It's a risky click, kids, but it's worth it.
And Southpaw Wrestling.
And Southpaw Regional. Yes. Good stuff. Well, my week was a little more eventful. I took Jen and my sister to New York City.
Oh, how was that?
It was great, man. Went Friday, drove up Friday, and then came home Sunday. But my sister had never been there before. Mm-hmm. Like, not really. She was there for like a school trip, like in junior high or something like that. So I drove her out there. She was going to a show in Brooklyn on that Friday night. So I drove her up and gave her a quick cursory introductory to where we are, and here's where we are, and we're going to Brooklyn for the show. Dropped her off at the show. The venue in Brooklyn was right next door to the Brooklyn Brewery, so
you had sampled the brewery.
Got to have some good Brooklyn brews right there. I'm generally not a fan of Brooklyn Brewery, like at retail. Mm-hmm. Beers at the brewery were top notch, very good. Then Jen and I walked to Barcade in Brooklyn. Barcade's a cool concept. We've talked about it before on the show, where you go, it's a bar, mm-hmm. but it's an arcade, like we remember. Here's the problem. People apparently don't remember their arcade etiquette at Barcade. God. So,
well, these are new millennial kids, so they don't know the struggles that we went through when we were kids. We know when you put the quarter in the machine, you're like, hey, that's my turn. I'm next.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. So, there's some people playing Mortal Kombat, and I go ahead and put my token on the machine, mm-hmm. indicating that I am next. I get winner. Mm-hmm. Well, that did not happen. They just kept playing mm-hmm. after they lost, and I started to get a little peeved.
Right.
And, Jen's thinking I'm losing my mind. Like, you got to calm down. They don't know what that means. I'm like, it means I have next game. So I eventually, interject my way. I have, and they're like, oh, is that what that means? I'm like, yes, that's what that means. Mm-hmm. Well, it's okay, because these people clearly did not know how to play Mortal Kombat 2.
So you tranched them.
I epically destroyed them. And this happened a few times, actually, because I'll get so far against the computer until some cheap. Mortal Kombat 2 is notorious for being very cheap. The higher you get up the ladder.
Yep.
So you lose, and then I walk away, play some more games. I come back, the Mortal Kombat 2 machine, like you do, and sure enough, there's another couple playing, and they're just mashing buttons. And then I put my token up, and they do the same thing. I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna do this again. Wreck them, and I had a great time. Jen and I beat Ninja Turtles, the arcade game.
That's a classic.
It's a classic.
If you could ever own that.
It didn't cost us as much money as I remember it costing to beat it. Mm-hmm. We probably beat it on like
$3,
$4 to $5-ish. Not bad. But then she's like, you realize those people were probably on dates, and you they're there to have fun, and you just go in and ruin them in this game, this 20-year-old game. I'm like, yeah, yes. That's what I do. So that was fun. And then we just cruised around the whole of New York on Saturday, and then some of Sunday. So I had to kind of squeeze in a bunch of stuff into one day in New York. Not enough time to show my sister everything, but she had a good time. I went to the Nintendo store. I'm rocking my new Legend of Zelda T-shirt that I got there.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I might be one of the only people. I definitely was one of the only people in the Nintendo store with an actual Switch. So I took it out to take a picture in front of the big giant Switch that they had there, the big prop Switch. This giant thing you could take pictures in front of. Mm-hmm. And I took it out, and then after we got the pictures done, Jen's like, you should probably put that away. I'm like, oops, put it back in the bag. Because, even the people who work there are like, do you have one? I'm like, yeah. They're like, where'd you get it? I'm like, I pre-ordered it. Don't you guys work here? Didn't you get any? Anyway, Pro controllers, by the way, were well stocked at the Nintendo World Store.
Really?
Yes. So I don't know why they're sold it everywhere else, but Nintendo's got them in the store. And I got to play some Fast RMX, which I did not play yet because I didn't buy it yet. That's a fun game, dude. If you got the F-Zero itch, buy Fast RMX. It is F-Zero. It's great. Just so you know.
I definitely was thinking about looking into that too, but like I said, I've been playing my Switch Lite, mostly Zelda, and I'm waiting for
Zelda.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's what I'm waiting for.
Did you get in on the Splatoon 2 test fire this weekend?
No, I didn't get a chance to do it.
Yeah, me neither. I feel bad about it because I heard it's really cool, but it's okay. I will buy it when it comes out. Splatoon's awesome. Zelda though.
Zelda's life right now.
How many hours you got sunk in right now?
I have 52 hours.
52.
Yeah.
I am in the 50s. I still don't have half the map unlocked, dude.
Me neither. It's like, oh, there's another quest. It's like, oh, go around here. Oh, you need to do this. I'm like, you know.
But the thing is, it's not like, it's more like, okay.
Yeah.
Keep playing. It's okay. I'm happy to report I did some purchasing of stuffs before this trip, and it all worked really well, and this is all Switch related. So Zelda, as we know, will give you about 3-ish hours of battery life, right? Well, I picked up a external battery. Let me see if I can reach around here. There we go. Okay. So I got this here external battery. This is a Jackery external battery. Fun name. And I made sure that it's got the 5V3A output on it, right? And it's a USB 3 or USB-C, correction. I'm sorry. USB-C 5V3A. So what I found is if you plug in your Switch into this battery before you turn the Switch on to play, you can double, triple maybe. I don't know. All I know is I played it for 3 hours. I still had 99% battery life by plugging it in before I played it. And I played in the car for like 3 hours.
Wow.
So there's test number 1, success. Test number 2, you know the AC adapter for the Switch? They only give you one in the box, right?
Yep.
So if you're like me, you set up the dock, and I don't want to have to undo it to take it on the road.
Right.
Well, I got a USB-C cable, which plugs into the bottom of the Switch, same one that I use with the battery. I got this USB-C power adapter wall mount unit. Just plug it into the wall, plug USB cable into it. This was $10 on Amazon. With the USB cable, charged right up.
Wow.
Like a champ. $40 for that AC adapter from Nintendo. I don't think so.
No. Sorry, Nintendo. We love you, but
yeah, I got limits. So my little I got some cool on the go accessories for my Switch, and they didn't cost me a fortune. So I'm pretty happy about that.
So for future bro trips,
yeah, that's right. Switch it up. But I've only got my stuff. You use your own stuff in the car.
Yeah, I know.
It'll power 1 Switch, probably not 2. So that's roughly the week. Mania. What do we got to say about Mania?
Well, we got the tradition. What we're doing.
Yeah, I'm making my 3 pizzas.
Making 3 pizzas. Might get some Big Dave roast beef.
That will be pretty glorious. I'm not going to lie.
Yes. We got NXT too.
NXT Saturday.
Before, yeah.
We have to maybe you and I have to figure out a hosting situation for that because I think that has to happen.
Yeah.
It's NXT.
I definitely want to see it because of Bobby Roode versus Nakamura.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're going to do with Shinsuke. I'm starting to think that it's time to maybe put him on the roster, which means he might not win.
Yeah. Well, he needs to come up. Oh, but we also have to tell the listeners, our listeners, about Bobby Roode's house when we saw the video.
Oh, God. That was fantastic. I don't know where they filmed that,
right,
but that was epic.
Right.
That was like it filmed at like wherever they used the exteriors for Wayne Manor in like the Batman '89 or something.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Or Madai College over here.
And it says like literally Bobby Roode's house or Bobby Roode's residence in Toronto, Canada. No, get out of here. I don't think so. Bobby Roode probably owns a nice townhouse somewhere, but that's about it.
Although I do want to go visit that residence now.
Oh, sure. It's glorious.
It is glorious.
Yeah, Yeah, it'll be fun. I can't. I'm having a hard time getting psyched up for Mania, but it's Mania Day.
Might happen because we have Shane McMahon. He's he's gonna jump.
He'll jump off of something.
Yep,
and if you believe the rumors, Alan, as bad as WrestleMania is, it could always get worse. It could always get broken.
If those rumors are true,
Yes.
it might get a lot better because. But do they have the copyright to that? That's what I want to know.
People are basically saying that Matt Hardy claims he has ownership of it, and if he doesn't, Impact would never win in court over WWE.
Okay.
So, I don't know. All I know is if Matt Hardy shows up at Mania, it's going to get pretty fun in the Bro Cave watching WrestleMania.
Well, we got to get Mike to convince him to buy the picture of Jericho and Owens.
Yes. Well, we tried last night. It was unavailable on WWE Shop. All right. That's mostly the weeks that were. Let us tell you where to get all the fun things on this show. If you're listening, you probably already know. But we have to do this because every show is someone's first show. So, folks, if you would like to get in touch with us, you can hit us up on the Twitter at oh my gosh, Alan.
Oh my!
I haven't done this in a while.
The ghost of Jay is here.
Jay's here in spirit. Jay's here in spirit. And he's going to be here in text form in a minute. So, just so you know. Let me make sure I have all this right because it's been wow. Okay, correction, dear listeners. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, you can at Devils Do Pod. See, got it. Nailed it. Or Facebook.com/Devils Do Pod. You can email us at devilsdopod@gmail.com. Is that right?
gmail.com.
I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And thedevilsdopod@gmail.com. See, I got this. thedevilsdopod@gmail.com. Carl's better at this than I am. We need you back, Carl. Get better.
Get better, Carl.
I'm dying here. Subscribe to us on iTunes. Please rate us on iTunes because that does help us out, believe it or not. Click that subscribe button as well. Likewise for the Google Play Store. All this stuff that I just mentioned is readily available at thedevilsnewpodcast.com. I promise. It's all there. All right. Just because Carl's not here does not mean we don't have, a show for you. So I don't think we're going to get into all of our stuff this week. We're going to hold off on our Daredevil episode 2 review. But we still have plenty of news to discuss in our case files. But before we get to the case files, we do also have some cross-examination, Alan.
All right.
You are included in the cross-examination.
Really?
Because our good friend, Mr. Jason Gelsomino, was aware of tonight's impending substitution.
Good old Jay.
And he has sent us in some questions. First off, a question for Carl. I don't know if he's going to be able to answer you right now, Jay, but I'll ask anyway. Carl, can you hear me from the great beyond? I don't hear anything, so I'm going to say no. He can't, but maybe
Sorry,
maybe he can't. I don't know. All right, group question, Alan.
Okay.
Alan and Drew, which tandem do you feel better suits you? This is referring to me and you. Riggs and Murtaugh.
Ooh.
Jesse Ventura and Willie Mays Hayes.
Ooh.
Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney.
Okay.
Or old Michael Jackson and new Michael Jackson. Well,
wow.
wait. It would be more like old Michael Jackson and then mid Michael Jackson because new Michael Jackson is dead.
Right.
So
but, yeah, well, we get what you're trying to say, Jay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Surprised he didn't say Iron Fist and Luke Cage.
That's
what I was waiting for.
That would be show appropriate. But I'd be fighting you because I want to be Luke Cage.
Ah, that's true.
Because based on the 4 episodes of Iron Fist I've watched, I don't want to be Iron Fist.
Yeah, we'll discuss that.
Okay, we'll get into that a little bit. Well, I don't know, Alan. I feel I would like to be... Oh, boy. The heart wants what the heart wants.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be Jesse Ventura and Willie Mays Hayes.
I was thinking that, too. I seriously was. I mean,
Black Hammer, White Lightning,
right.
Is that it? Yes!
That's what I was... you got to go with that.
I went to see the movie, but it was only up for 2.5 hours. But I am told it was in focus. Oh, man. That's good. If any of you out there get that, you can thank Jay, because that's
Bravo, Jay.
That's a good,
Bravo.
That's a good poll. All right, I'm going to give you your question.
Okay.
Then you got to give me mine. Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you were to be able to live in Panama forever,
All right.
away from those wretched children, get you Cheech, what 3 things would you bring with you?
What 3 things from what I have now?
Yes.
All right. Well, I will bring my Switch. Because,
Good call. They probably don't have them in Panama.
Yeah, they probably don't. So I'll probably bring that. What else would I bring? I will probably bring my big TV, my big 60-inch LG TV, bring down there.
All right.
And I would probably have to say my car.
Your car.
They don't have a lot of Ford cars down there.
Okay.
I'm not pushing the brand, but I do like my car.
Okay.
The most of down there is like Toyotas, Nissans,
Interesting.
Hondas. They're like very, very Japanese friendly down there.
Oh,
They don't trust American cars down there.
not for nothing, but I wouldn't either. Is there a gas mileage reason? Or is there a size of the vehicle reason why
It's
that's
mostly
a thing?
the size of the vehicle, and plus they just like Japanese cars because they last better,
Well, it's kind of important.
which is true.
True.
Even though most Japanese cars are assembled in the United States now, but they still have.
I'm sure there's still plants in Japan that
Yeah.
are putting out vehicles, but so the size is are the roads not as wide?
Oh
or-
yeah, they're very windy and they're very
Okay.
very narrow.
so a larger vehicle might be problematic.
Yeah, so if I go to Escalade, I'll probably fall off a cliff.
You need yourself a Canyonero.
Canyonero.
All right, I have a question as well. You can, why don't you read that to
All
me?
right.
I'm not sure if that'll make it.
Yep,
My
I got
USB
it.
cord's a little short.
So it says, Drew,
yes.
can you come over and put my switch protector thingy on? I'm terrible at putting screen protectors on. Maybe Thursday for some new Japan watching.
I would love. I can come over and put your Switch screen protector on, Jay. It's. I even know a trick to it that the manufacturer recommends, and it does work very well. But I cannot do Thursday. Well, hang on. Tentatively speaking, I cannot do Thursday. I have likely a band practice, but then again, it could be post band practice, so I might be able to. So I guess what I'm saying is, Jay, maybe. Let's put it in pencil. I can put it in pen on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess that's all we got. That is our listeners. That is the cross examination here for the week.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you, Jay. There might be more where Carl's probably sandbagging him until he gets back because he doesn't want to share. But
Right.
That's okay. All right. Well, with the cross examination out the way, Alan, we're going to dig into the case files.
All right.
Where do we begin?
Let's start
Where
with
do we begin?
the.
Do you want to start with the obvious, or do you want to build up to that?
No, let's do the obvious.
The obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while I was away, you graciously sent Carl and I the link. I didn't get to watch till I got home. The Justice League trailer came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't have a lot to say about it because it kind of just looks very gray,
Mm-hmm.
not colorful at all.
Nope.
Batman is using more guns than ever, from what I can tell. Aquaman, they're trying to push real hard as like a edgy badass.
That's what I was thinking. It's like, they're kind of pushing Aquaman a lot. It's like, here's Aquaman. There's water coming in. Look how awesome he is.
Look how buff he is.
Look at him. He's drinking beer.
Drinking from the bottle, the
From the
tequila
bottle.
or whatever the hell. And then he's all like, "Oh, you're dressed like a bat. I dig it.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Hey, cool kids." Oh, God.
Jason Momoa, I just say, why?
To be honest, he actually looks like one of the better things in
He
this
does.
movie.
He looks pretty badass, but when you see the dialogue, you're like, oh.
Yeah. The Flash, I hate this Flash.
I don't like this Flash. It's nothing against Ezra Miller. It's just that DC was trying to go young. Like, it worked for Quicksilver in Days of Future Past. Well, we have to make Flash young too. And I'm like, no.
I never knew that Barry Allen was like a quippy jerk.
Right.
Not a jerk, but just a sass mouthed kid. He's a police detective.
Right.
All that business.
He's a forensic scientist. That's what I expect.
Yeah,
I expect
yeah.
my Flash to be a forensic scientist. if they were to go younger and quippy, they should have gone with Wally West.
Right. Not to mention, I hate the Flash costume.
Yes.
What the hell is this? He's all chunky.
Right.
Doesn't look very fast to me.
Exactly. I mean, they could have borrowed from, the Flash series, that, Carl and I watch it, and we both agree it's one of the better series.
The current one, yeah.
Yeah. They could have borrowed that. And they could have had the same actor, Grant Gustin, do the Flash.
Oh, no.
Good.
We can't do that. We can't have our TV and our movies mixed up. That's ridiculous.
Sure. But, have this young kid as the Flash, like I said, he's not Barry Allen.
I just don't like that. I basically they realize like we need something we need a quippy one in the group. Everyone likes the kids like the quippy.
Right.
Flash. Okay. I did have to laugh. Did you notice that Zack Snyder could not help himself? He had to include the cheeky butt shot of Wonder Woman in the trailer. Did you see this? Was I the only one that was like, really?
Nope.
Really?
He's trying to get some people's attention.
I mean, she, to be fair, again, her and Aquaman are probably like the most exciting things in the trailer. Like they have a pulse. It's like, oh, okay, they're kind of fun, kind of. But we got to include the gratuitous booty shot because Zack Snyder's like, bro, I like butts, bro. Love them. Thanks, Zack. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Cyborg, too. Is just,
I was going to get to Cyborg.
He's just very, very dull. For what I'm seeing.
Is it me? Now, I got to go full disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
I feel Cyborg is a Teen Titan and nothing more.
Exactly.
I hate his inclusion in the Justice League. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like a jarring, like, why is Cyborg here? Kind of, I don't get it.
Right.
Why does he look like a PlayStation 2 cinematic? He looks terrible.
Yes.
Oh my God. I've seen better CG in a 90s film.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? We can't do better than this?
Yeah, like I say, he looks very, very dull. I don't like that they put him as one of the founding members of the Justice League. They call me old-fashioned.
I'm with you.
But, Cyborg, like I say, he's more of a Teen Titan than he is a full member of the Justice League.
Can we get John Jones in here? Can we get the Manhunter in here?
Right. The Martian Manhunter would have been great.
Sure.
Or even Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern.
Yeah. Well, they're still trying to do
Or
the whole...
John Stewart.
Or John Stewart. I don't know. Meh. Also, when did they decide that Cyborg was Iron Man?
Yes.
Did you notice some of that stuff? He's got the arc reactor in the chest thing going on.
But he's a cyborg.
There's a faceplate thing. There's a faceplate scene while he's flying. Like, gee, I wonder where they got that from. Oh, God.
Yeah, is that I noticed too, and they show one little glimpse of the Parademon from Apocalypse.
Cool, I guess.
And then I'm still not big on Steppenwolf being the major baddie.
Well, he serves a higher power,
right.
I'm sure.
So probably at the end, they're like, he was serving Darkseid the whole time.
Yeah.
Just put Darkseid in there.
No one cares about Steppenwolf.
Yeah. I mean, he's that'll be like, let's say, not having Loki, but having somebody who's lesser than Loki.
Lesser than Loki. The Thor's for... Yeah, no one cares. Let's get the Loki. Give us the good stuff.
Like, I expect my men to see Darkseid with a mega beam shooting out of his eyes.
Sure.
Anti-Lave
equation and all that stuff.
Right.
No, we don't get that.
And should we talk about Batman's costume?
It's well, okay. So first, I saw the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the bat all silver? They're selling toys, dude. That's all that is. That's all that is.
Because we're still in the 80s model that, to be good, you got to sell toys.
Look, it's not going to do that regardless. We have to make sure we have a new toy. Oh, all right, fine. Looks terrible, but whatever. You do you, Warner Brothers. And there's that one scene when he's driving the car and he's got the goggles on. It's like he looks like Nightwing Night Owl. He looks like Night Owl from Watchmen. It's like Zack Snyder had leftover costumes and was like, bro, I got to put them to use, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I got to put it in there. Going to lose my deposit if I don't. Like,
right.
Like, aren't you rich already, you jerk? I don't know. Whatever. Ben Affleck looks really bored.
Yeah, he just looks like it sounded good on paper. I was going,
yeah.
Then he's like, oh, yeah.
What did I get myself into?
He was pretty good as Batman. I just think he's back in his mind. He's like, because he was going to pull out.
Well, he pulled out. He's still in there,
right?
But man, that trailer, he just kind of looks like, meh.
Right.
How did I get roped into this again?
Right. It was one of the quotes that I remember. Him saying, like, Flash goes like, "What's your superpower?" He goes, "I'm rich." Ha 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 ha.
Accurate portrayal. Yeah. It just if you were to tell me five, I don't know, pick a year.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a Justice League movie.
Right.
This is not at all what I thought that would look like.
No.
I thought there might be some color or some fun in it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, they tried to. This like Aquaman is trying to be Drax. Kind of.
Yeah. Ironic, since Jason Momoa was supposed to be Drax.
Right.
And then he said, no, I'm too good for Guardians.
Right.
But that's okay, because now we got Batista.
Who redeemed himself.
He has redeemed himself. I'm sorry for booing you, Dave.
Yes, and there was a very lack of a core member.
Oh yeah. Well, spoilers, Alan. He's dead.
Oh yes, but if you've seen Dawn of Justice, you've seen the end of the movie. They show Superman's casket, and then you see all these little pebbles going up lightly. Like, oh, Superman's going to get resurrected. So I'm pretty much sure their plan is, we're going to have Superman come in mid-film.
Yeah.
And God, I swear, he better not be in that black costume for the 90s.
He will be. You got to sell toys, man.
Don't they know kids don't play with toys that much often now?
That's true. Dude, I think that's true.
Right.
I don't know, man. I've been my little cousins are all grown up now, but action figures aren't the same for them like they were for us, man.
They have iPhones, and they have, Samsung Galaxies now, and iPads. They have all this other stuff.
They don't care about action figures no more.
Yeah, I know.
Sad days, dude.
I miss playing with my G.I. Joes when I was a kid.
Me too.
That's some good stuff.
Did you see that they're doing a full line? This is all part of the case file news here. Did you see that they're making finally a full Pulp Fiction action figure line?
Yes. I was so happy.
I might buy them. I'm just not gonna lie. Anyway, Justice League. Yeah. No.
It's going to be. It's going to have some good things, and there's going to be some.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. So
Zack Snyder. What reason do I have to give this guy the benefit of the doubt?
But he did 300, and he did Watchmen. That's his acclaim.
Well, Watchmen is visually great, but it doesn't understand its own source material.
Right.
It has none of the undercurrent. It doesn't understand the tone of the. He missed the point.
Yeah.
He took all the cool, the KEWL stuff, and he forgot all the depth and the substance. Mm-hmm. And in a way, I guess it's the best version of Watchmen we could have hoped for visually, especially. But it didn't have any weight.
No, it didn't.
I don't know. Anyway, then we got Man of Steel, which obviously enough. I've said enough about Man of Steel. Batman versus Superman. Comically bad. I'm not comic bookly bad. I mean, comically as in oh my god, this is terribly bad. And now we're gonna get this guy. They gave that guy the keys to the Justice League, and oh my god, just all right. Maybe it'll be good.
I hope so, because I had a discussion with Carl. It's just remember the Justice League cartoon from the 2000s, the early 2000s?
Yeah,
great. It was written by Bruce Timm, and I think they should have brought Bruce Timm along. And they could have done something way better. If
you believe what Kevin Smith has said over the years, that's not how Hollywood works.
I know.
They think the comic people and the TV cartoon people are over there, and then Hollywood is over here. And never the twain shall meet. People who watch TV or read comics don't go to the movies or something.
Right.
Dude. Okay. Well, can enjoy all that.
Right. I mean, they could have done so many things for introducing the whole Justice League. My favorite would have been, the New Frontier. And if they would have done that, updated a little bit to our times,
sure.
Modern times, but still have the same concept, and they all come together, fight one, primal force. But then again,
give it some lightheartedness though.
Right.
Like this, man, the DC stuff is just so inflated sense of self-importance and like weight and in darkness. Like,
and realistic.
yeah, like
Because
this
they
isn't fun.
saw how well Nolan's films did, but which worked for the Batman.
For Batman, yeah.
Because Batman is really, he's very
He's
dark,
human.
edgy, and he's human. But these guys, they have powers and they have personality.
Well, they're supposed to,
Yeah.
and their personalities are supposed to be different than Batman's.
Right.
Instead, we've got mopey Superman where saving people is apparently like kind of a burden for Superman. I guess I'll save you. No, Superman goes and saves people. It's what he does.
Right.
That's his gig. That's his whole thing. Big Blue Boy Scout and all that business. All right, let's
All right.
no more Justice League. We got another movie trailer.
Yes.
Well, hang on. Do we want? Yeah,
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we can do
want to
it.
go right into that? We got some other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe want to save this one for the end.
Yeah.
Wanna end strong.
Yeah, and on a strong note.
Let's
on a high
end
note.
strong. Okay. Well, you pointed this into my direction. There's a new Call of Duty game coming out, Alan.
Yes.
What is it not going to be?
It's not going to be modern. It's not going to be in space.
No.
They're going back to the traditional, where it got its roots from, back to World War II.
Now, do you feel like that's an overreaction to the poor reception to Infinite Warfare, or are you excited about like, okay, cool, let's do World War II again?
No, I think because the last Modern Warfare did not what it was expected to do.
The Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, Infinite Warfare.
Okay,
That one.
the future one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, they had all these expensive commercials and everything.
Yeah.
Out space and shooting people.
But the thing is, they still had to make sure that they included the remaster of Modern Warfare, of the original Modern Warfare,
Right.
to get people to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And that turns out that's all people wanted to begin with. They just wanted the remaster of Modern Warfare
Right.
instead of the new game, which no one apparently wanted. Was the game that bad, or did people just not give it a chance?
No, I never played it, and I can't play shooter games like that anymore. It's just
The kids are too good for you?
the kids are like, oh, shoot, and they're just camping, and I just can't stand it. But
Yeah.
from what I've been reading, it's that the game got meh reviews. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, but it wasn't up to what their company wanted it to
Well,
be.
yeah. So now they're going to course correct and go, we're going back to World War II.
Right.
But do you think that's a mistake, or do you think that's a good call?
No, I think it's a good call because Call of Duty hasn't been back in the World War II era for, almost 12, 13 years now?
It's no pun intended. It's been a while.
Yeah. So it's kind of be refreshing to go back to where it originally came from. Because I remember when I first played Call of Duty,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Right. It's a World War II game.
Right. So I think they're going back to where it should be.
Do you think that's going to make it any? Is that going to be a detriment to the multiplayer stuff? Like, will the World War II era weapons and technology that they had, is that going to affect the fun of multiplayer? Do you think?
No, I don't think so. I think the kids will, it's like, oh, this was my great grandfather used to do in World War II, so they'll have to get used to using, slower weapons or bombs or whatever. So I don't think it will be bad.
Okay. Is there going to be a radar? Do you think there has to be? Right? It's going to be a
There
map.
has to be. There has to be a map too. It's Call of Duty.
Yeah, they can't change it too much, I suppose. Well, that's kind of cool. I guess it's you gotta regroup and ground it again. But I mean, I wonder how much they can keep going back to the well. But then again, it seems fitting if you're gonna fix what you think is broken. I guess going back home again to more comfortable territory is the right way to go. I guess.
Right.
They've done every other era, right? I mean, they did Modern Warfare, which was kind of like current.
Mm-hmm.
Then they did the Black Ops games, were they
Black
like
Ops.
Vietnam era kind of stuff?
Yep.
So, okay, sure,
Might as well.
may as well. Let's see, what else do we got here? We've got, well, this is kind of weird. So, there's another movie that we talked about on the show here coming out. And we're wondering what the hell's what are they thinking? We don't know. So this Venom movie, Alan.
I think
We got some details on this thing.
Yeah, but
Well, we were all theorizing how it's gonna what does it mean? How does it tie into whatever? Despite what some other more famous podcasters might have told you or made you believe, no, it does not tie to the Spider-Man Marvel Cinematic Universe franchise at all.
This is all on Sony.
Yeah, this is all Sony. It will not tie to Spider-Man. And apparently, Alan, they are making it a some kind of like horror film, like sci-fi horror.
So it's kind of like Aliens.
Kind of. And they're also doubling down and cashing in on the trend now, and it's going to be an R-rated, whatever.
Because Deadpool led the way, and then Logan
followed,
and so yeah.
Sony's chasing the money.
But unfortunately, Venom is not what he used to be when he was in the 90s.
No, but he still got that name recognition, though.
Right. Oh, yeah, everybody recognizes Venom. Everybody sees a black symbiote in combat or costume, like, oh, yeah, Venom. But it's going to be hard to interpret that into now.
Like, it's going to be hard to interpret it as, like, how is Sony going to put that out and have people not make the immediate assumption that it is tied to Spider-Man?
Right.
Venom and Spider-Man are like one and this. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
It is this. People know what that is. Mm-hmm. So you're going to make a Venom movie that's not tied to Spider-Man at all?
Yeah.
At all. Sure.
So you think they're going to put Carnage in it too?
Makes sense. I mean, especially if they're committed to doing like an R-rated trip, it would make sense to me that you have Carnage as your main villain, like a real crazy, sadistic killer who gets the symbiote too.
Right.
But it seems a little early. If they're going to introduce Venom in his own film, it seems like a little soon to be introducing a spin-off of him in the first movie as well.
Right.
Like Carnage is a spin-off of a spin-off.
Right.
I don't know. But then again, we're not going to have Spider-Man at all, so yeah, I guess. And here's where it's getting a little Sony, just so you know, it turns out that Sony is leading people to believe that after the Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, its sequel, after whatever the sequel they make for it, after that, Sony's not going to work with Marvel again.
So they're after Marvel kind of reinvigorated Spider-Man. They're like, okay, we're done after that.
I'm just now finding. I just saw this before we got on the air here, man, and the head of Sony is making it. She's being very coy about it, and it doesn't sound promising for the future. I don't know why they would do that. It seems like this is a very smart partnership, and it's working out for everybody involved. So why would you start, backing out now?
Right.
Like, I don't know, man.
I think that's going to be a very terrible idea.
Yes.
Especially, they might change their minds after see how well Homecoming does. That's what I'm hoping.
So, having dumped some bad news here with this Venom nonsense, let's talk good news before we wrap this up here. Good trailer.
Yes. Amazing.
Spider-Man Homecoming trailer. But it came out, today?
Yep.
Today. A couple days after the Justice League trailer. I believe you sent me or Carl sent.
No, it was Carl.
Carl sent us the meme of Falcon running.
Yeah.
And it's got the Justice League trailer over his face. And then in the background you see the Spider-Man trailer. And then he's saying, "Don't say it. Don't say it." And then it runs by him. It's on your left. Oh, I love you, Internet. I love you. I hate you, but I love you. Spider-Man Homecoming trailer, Alan. New one.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm a huge Michael Keaton fan, and
yes,
I think he's playing his role great right now.
I love me some Keaton. And so you had me at Keaton.
Yep. And I was worried too, because remember, he almost pulled out of the role.
He did. Yep.
But thank God he's like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
And he's playing the Vulture right.
Looks cool, sounds cool. There is a lot of Iron Man in this trailer.
I was going to say, I'm getting kind of worried because, traditionally Spider-Man's his own guy. He doesn't rely on other heroes.
Right.
But now you see Tony Stark and he's kind of almost filling the role of Ben Parker.
Well, Ben Parker's already dead.
Right.
But it looks like the point of this movie, from what I gathered in the trailer, the point of it seems to be that Spider-Man does have to prove himself as a loner, as a guy who can do things on his own without help. Like the scene with the suit, and he says, I need the suit back.
Right.
And Peter says, without it, I'm nothing. And Tony says, if you're nothing with it, then you don't deserve it.
Right.
That's good. I like that. Interesting stuff. And yeah, he's got to prove that he is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, which Tony invents, I guess, that term.
Yeah,
whatever.
I guess he invented that too.
Despite the excess Iron Man, I understand why they might do that. They might figure that, there's not enough bankability on Tom Holland yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they really want to make sure that everyone knows for a fact that this is a new Spider-Man movie connected to Marvel's movies. So put Iron Man in the trailer. Make sure we know that he's Iron Man. Make sure that we know that Spidey is in this whole pantheon of heroes with the Avengers. And just in case no one saw Civil War. But a lot of people saw Civil War.
Yes.
But just in case. It looks really cool, I'm not going to lie. And like when the suit, like it tightens up on him, and like it fits him. It's cool. This is cool.
It gives you all the feels.
Yeah, it's neat.
And what's that little bugs? You see that?
He's got a drone. In his chest.
Drone.
He's got Vanguard 1 in his chest. I love it. It's great. Sure, why not? If Tony Stark invented it, it makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Hot Aunt May, still weird.
That is still kind of weird, but I've been told that there's not going to be anything between Tony Stark and Hot Aunt May.
So you're saying Aunt May is available?
I'm saying she's available. I'm saying there's a chance.
Well, Marissa Tomei, man.
At first, I was against it. I was like, she's not supposed to be young and hot. But then you watch Civil War.
But am I complaining?
Like, I'm not complaining about this.
It's weird.
Like you traditionally expect Aunt May to be this old 70-year-old woman baking cookies.
Yeah, wheat cakes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the era we live in now, man. Hot Aunt May.
Yep.
Okay, sure. It looks pretty cool. I like the fact that I've said this before. I like the fact that there's jobber villains.
Yes.
So it looks like the Shocker is in it.
Yep.
I like the idea of just, not everybody's going to be an A-list villain. Not everybody can lead the movie.
Right.
Spider-Man needs some jobbers. He needs enhancement talent, Alan.
Right.
Got to beat up some little guys before the pay-per-view.
Exactly.
Like the old days.
That's what you have to do. You got to build them up.
Yep. Yeah. So Homecoming looks pretty great. Not going to lie.
Yes.
Very excited for it. And unlike the Justice League trailer, oh my God, color.
Yes. It's a very colorful film.
It's bright and colorful and fun looking.
It's not dark and gloomy.
No. Vulture looks dark and gloomy, but he's supposed to. He's the villain.
Right.
The hero looks fun.
So Vulture is supposed to be the anti-Tony Stark. He's like a rich billionaire, but he's no.
I don't think he's a billionaire.
Or yeah, I think he's not. I'm speculating he might have lost his fortune and trying to get it back or something like that. But we'll find
that's his
out.
origin in the comics. His business got swindled from him, and he became a villain. Looks like they're kind of keeping with that, and maybe I think they said that the name, his name, the Vulture, comes from the fact that he steals technology from other sources and pieces it back together.
Right.
That's kind of I like all this. This is cool. Yeah, it's neat. So, I'm excited.
Definitely looking for that. Definitely looking for Guardians. So Marvel's got a 1-2 punch already.
We got tickets to Guardians, by the way.
Yes. Thanks, Carl.
Carl hooked us up. See, he's still here. He's still with us. Yeah, man. Guardians is going to be great. Kurt Russell and Stallone.
But they still haven't revealed who Stallone was being. Like, we speculated a lot who he was going to be.
All I can say is he better have screen time with Kurt Russell.
Yes.
And if that might spur Hollywood into the Tango and Cash remake, I'm okay with it. Or, not the remake, the sequel that we've always wanted. Let's get it going. Let's make this happen.
Yes. I definitely would love to see that.
We deserve it.
Yes.
We've been patient.
I'm still speculating he's being Richard Rider.
That would be pretty dope.
I think he's going to be Richard Rider. I'll probably be wrong, but I think he's Richard Rider.
They don't have a proper Nova.
Right. They introduced the Nova Corps, but
kind of. They're not like they are in the comics though.
Right.
They're more just kind of like lackey police.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there is one proper Nova in this Marvel Cinematic Universe. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah,
it would be pretty sweet though if Stallone got to be Nova,
he's perfect for the role. So
despite being old.
yes, he's 70 years old, but he still can do it.
he's still shredded. So it doesn't matter. The guy's timeless. Well, that's all I got in the case files. I don't think I have anything else that's really too concerning for me right now. How far into did you finish Iron Fist or no?
No, I've made it up to episode 4. It's still going very slow.
I'm told it gets better. You told me it gets better after
by episode 6.
That's what you've been told. Well, we're gonna find out.
My cousin watched it. He binge watched the whole thing. He goes, "Yeah, it doesn't really pick up until episode 6." So I'm in episode 4 now, and my weekend plan is to watch up to episode 6.
All right,
because the RZA directs episode 6.
Okay,
so the RZA does pretty damn good. Do good work.
Well, we'll find out. I don't want to say I'm dreading watching the next episode, but man, it's like, come on, let's go somewhere.
Well, the thing is, it's very Arrow. You don't watch Arrow, but
I don't.
It has the same thing, rich parents, accident, stranded somewhere.
Sure.
He fights his way back and becomes this awesome superhero. It's almost like the same premise,
I guess the thing is, though, it can be the same premise as long as you give me a reason to like care.
Right.
And man, Iron Fist just has not done that yet. It's like, yeah, so what?
Right.
Like, why do I like you? What character traits are you giving me that make me like you? And all he does is like, I don't know, keep saying his name over and over again. Like,
he's like, I'm Danny Rand.
I'm Danny Rand.
I swear,
I'm Danny Rand.
Danny Rand.
Danny Rand. Danny Rand. Danny Rand. Danny Rand. Rand. Danny Rand.
It's like, we get it.
Take a drink every time someone or he says his name. Oh my God, you'd be annihilated.
But I think they would have been better if they would introduce him in Luke Cage. Maybe like the last 2 episodes. And then have him and Luke Cage do the hero for hire thing.
Sure.
I think that would have been a lot better.
Seeing as I had problems at the end of Luke Cage, I think that could have helped.
See?
Yeah.
I think if they would have put Danny Rand in, they may had a little fight sequence. They like, why are we fighting each other? We're doing the same thing. Get together,
Something.
But the Defenders. Oh, also the Defenders wrapped up.
Well, then I hope that it's more centered on everyone but Danny, because I'm not excited about Danny Rand right now. But maybe the next, maybe the season, by the end of the season, it will convince me otherwise. Punisher is filming right now too.
Yes, Punisher's filming too. So Netflix is doing their thing.
Black Panther is also filming right now, Alan.
Yes. They're having a good start all cast for that.
That's going to get fun. So I'm really excited to see Black Panther.
So when Black Panther comes out next year, it's going to be a big deal.
He was a real highlight in Civil War, man. He's pretty dope.
Right.
Not going to lie.
Unfortunately, if Spider-Man wasn't in that movie, I think Black Panther would have stole the movie.
Yeah.
He was spot on.
It was very, man. Yeah. See, I don't feel like this about DC flicks. I feel this way about Marvel flicks. They give me the feel. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Just DC has their
cue someone out there telling me what a fanboy I am, and I'm not fair, and no. Sorry, look, I go by what I see here.
Right.
Well, again, we're not going to get into the episode breakdown this week. We're going to wait for Carl's glorious return. And I guess that's as good a place as any to kind of wrap things up, Alan. So I'm going to go ahead and whore the things again. And I got to get them right this time.
Okay.
So if you wanted to hit us on the Twitter, you would do so at Devils Do Pod. Right?
Devils Do Pod, yes, sir.
Okay. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook.com/Devils Do Pod.
Right.
Okay. Now, the email address, I got to make sure I nail this because I kind of derped it at the beginning of the show. You can email us, and I do encourage that you do, at the following email address, thedevilsdupod@gmail.com. Thedevilsdupod@gmail.com. That's THE, devilsdupod@gmail.com. There, see? Got it. Nailed it. iTunes, subscribe to us, please. Leave us a rating. Maybe not this episode.
Oh, you can rate this
You
episode.
can rate this episode. Give us a rating. Click the subscribe button. Likewise on the Google Play Store. All this stuff is available for you to find in one handy-dandy location at thedevilsdupodcast.com. That is it. Carl, we wish you well, sir. Please get well. Take care of yourself. Get yourself on the mend and return to the courtroom.
Carl, we'll wait for your glorious return.
I see what you
see. You see, Drew? That's what you got to do when he comes back.
I don't think I can get the rights to the song. But we get in trouble for that.
Well, yes. And I also look forward to seeing you on game night again, and I will reclaim my title, Carl.
I will say this, though. Carl having a sick day might not be a bad thing because he is right now fully invested in Lucha Underground.
Yes.
On
Oh,
Netflix.
yes. We forgot about
We
that.
did kind of forget about it.
Yes.
We're going to get it in right now. Carl's watching Lucha Underground right now and loving it.
Yes.
As he should, and as you should as well. If you're listening to this show, watching Daredevil and Marvel shows on Netflix, watch Lucha Underground on Netflix. It is the coolest show. It's a wrestling show, but it's not a wrestling show. It's a TV show, but it's a wrestling show, but it's a TV show. Oh, my God. Just give it a few episodes. It starts off a little slow.
Oh, but then it takes off big time.
Big time. And Carl's getting to those big time moments, and he's texting us like,
Yeah, I know.
whoa,
I'm like, yep, told you.
Aztec warfare. Yep.
He's like,
Grave consequences.
I'm like, yep.
I just saw the Mac. Like, I told you, dude. I told you, dude. It's awesome. Yes.
So, listeners, yes, we would not lie to you. If you have Netflix, and if you're Netflixing and chilling, you should. Oh, no, the new thing is Lucha and Chill.
Lucha and Chill?
Yes, that's the new thing.
That's, hey, I'm not even touching that, man. Wow. That puts a whole new spin on doing the moves at home. Don't try this at home, kids. All right, that will do her here. Any final words, Alan?
Nope, I had a great time filling in.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
You know, this was a blast, Carl. Seriously, get better, and we definitely miss you, and it'll be great when you come back next week.
He will be great. He will be glorious.
He will be glorious, and I will send my emails back because I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'll send it back next week.
Attaboy. All right, man. That is the show this week. I believe it goes something like court adjourned.